Oh my God, girl, guess
Oh
what?
my God,
We
girl,
back.
that's why we
We
back.
back. We live.
Welcome back, y'all. I know y'all missed us.
Welcome back. Y'all missed us. We missed y'all. Most importantly, we missed y'all. We missed doing this. We've been gone for far too long.
Yes,
It's been about 6
it's been about
months.
6 months, a long 6 months.
Without the podcast, I've been going insane.
Okay.
What Summer Walker say?
I think I'm
God help
insane. Right, we missed
No,
talking.
for
We
real.
missed talking our
We
shit.
miss.
We still talked our
We
shit.
do.
We just didn't
We
record
did.
it.
Just with each other. Just with each other.
Didn't record it.
Just
We
with
just
each
didn't
other.
record it, okay? So yeah, it's been a long 6 months. Oh, I'm Blair. First of all, let me introduce myself. I'm Blair. To any new listeners that may be there, welcome, welcome. It's nice to meet y'all.
And I'm Alana Ane. Nice to meet y'all. Any new listeners out there. We love y'all. Thanks for supporting.
Welcome to Oh My God Girl, Guess What podcast. So I feel like we should give them like a brief overview about what's been happening in the past 6 months. Like just a little update on us, our life before we get into the
Just a little
topic today.
So I never thought I'd have a puppy. I got a puppy.
Oh, you didn't have a puppy the last time we were?
I didn't know the last time we recorded I didn't have the puppy. I got Jade in July? One of the two.
Okay.
I think July. But yeah, so I didn't have a puppy, so that's been like eventful. It's been fun, but it's been eventful. It's been fun, but it's definitely been eventful. It's nothing I've ever done before in my life, so it's been challenging me in ways that I never thought I'd be challenged. But love her to death, nonetheless.
She's so sweet.
And she is sweet. She is my little Taurus baby. But what else has happened in the last 6 months? A lot. I started up my agency. I started rebranding. Oh, I started rebranding myself, but started branding again, started brand consulting, brand development, strategy, all of those things. So
now I have to share her
Blair with Legendary. Yeah, Blair's gonna be upset, but it's okay. We locked in forever. It's all right.
I know.
Forever.
I just gotta be stingy. I'm an only child. I don't like sharing. But I want my sister to get her coin and spread her wings. So that's the only thing that keeps me from being a brat.
Exactly. So help Blair with Legendary, as y'all know, Legendary Fashion House.
Period.
The best one in the world. Period. So we did rebranding for that, did the website.
And it looks so good.
New logo.
If y'all haven't seen it, go to Legendary by Blair. No, that's not my name no more.
Thank
go to legendaryoriginals.com. I'm dropping it by Blair. I'm going incognito.
Period.
But if you do type in Legendary by Blair, it just directs you to Legendary Originals anyway. But
that's good.
Yeah.
Because then people know. But furs are amazing. Jogging suits are amazing. The baddie kit is amazing. The girls have been doing YouTube reviews, reels and all. So super excited. Artist Flex have been helping him with his Glory Road brand, which is a great brand that just speaks to persistence and just being on your journey, and just embracing your uniqueness. So that's a great brand. He had a pop-up shop in Chicago. Loved it. Rubbed shoulders with some really amazing people. Had a blast.
Had a great time.
Yes. And then today I made a jar for my 2022 wins. It's filling up already. I designed conceptual merch for Gunna's, what is it called? DS Forever album.
You gotta know it, girl.
I mean, I know it, but like, you know how you just have I just had a moment, but But his manager followed me, Miss Amy Moore. I really look up to her. I love her. She manages Gunna, she manages Turbo, the producer, and she manages Future. And I just love her. So happy to see that she seen my work and loved it and followed me. So yeah, she's going to be watching me. So I'm super excited and I can't wait to meet her because I know.
I feel like you should send a little message like, thanks for following, hope that I feel like just like a welcome,
Well, I did. I sent her a DM before she followed me.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So did she respond
She hasn't replied.
Okay.
No.
Oh, she might not see it yet.
I don't think she's seen it yet.
Yeah.
She probably has gotten a lot of DMs because Gunna's album has just dropped. Like, she's gotten a lot of DMs. So, and I think her birthday just passed. So,
the DMs are flooded.
So I'll give it some time.
Yeah,
I'll give it some time. I'm gonna spin the block again.
You all right? You gotta say something, girl. Welcome. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something.
Let's be besties. Let's lock in.
I love to talk to you.
Yeah,
let's lock in. I love to talk to you. Have a quick little conversation. Let's have you on the podcast.
Yeah, period. Okay, come join us, girl.
Period.
We love you, girl.
Period.
I love Alana. Okay, she got that shit in the boat.
Period.
I'm proud. I'm so proud.
Thank you.
I'm like I'm watching my baby grow up. She's not a baby no more.
But better swear I'm her child.
I know. Because you my first friend that's younger than me. I'm usually the youngest.
That's so
so
funny.
I'm like,
that's hilarious.
I'm the youngest with everybody else and around me. I'm the baby. So now she's the baby.
And then there's me.
So sweet.
Then there's me.
Okay, great. So those are the updates. My updates, I ain't no crazy updates. I still got Chip. Y'all know him. He's a mess.
Champ is crazy.
Chip is a menace to society. That's my baby. And I'm
not gonna change.
Him. He is changing little by little every day.
That man ain't changing. Notice I said that man. He's not changing.
And if y'all new here, Champ is my dog, y'all. Champ is my dog. Okay. He's still a menace to society, but that's my baby, and I'm gonna stick beside him. That's my pumpkin. He can do no wrong. Okay. And
we love Champ.
Yeah, I rebranded Legendary. So Legendary is completely my designs only, which is a scary thing for me to do because, like, when you have a boutique, right, I can buy stuff that I know is going to sell because it's trendy, everybody wants it. But selling only my designs is going out of whim. It's just my creativity, and that's it, which is a place that I wanted to get to, but it's a little bit uncomfortable. You know, shit got to grow on people. My price points are higher, so my old audience, my old customer base may not be able to readily afford my new stuff. So I'm really starting from scratch. I have to go refine and refigure out how to get in touch with my new customer. It's like I'm literally starting from scratch, which is like
you meet them where they are.
Yeah, I gotta go find them. I gotta meet them where they are. Exactly. Yeah. So it's just about right now. I'm in the process of figuring that out. Right.
But also as you're finding those customers, like you're also like growing into that, you know.
Exactly.
So the places that you're gonna be now, you're gonna be able to find them easily.
Yeah, I'm be able to find them easily. So yeah, I'm not stressing. I'm not worried. It's just more so about like it was just a pivot, an adjustment period. I was going this direction, 100 miles per hour. Now I gotta make like a wrong way. Gotta go the other way. Hold on. You
gotta.
Right, that's the whole sequence. I did the
literally.
And now
did a little donut.
Now I'm going back in the right direction. So it's just like, okay.
Yeah.
This is the way we going now.
Yes.
Reroute GPS. Okay. But it's cool. I'm excited. I'm blessed.
It's cool.
I'm ready. You know, being aligned with the perfect people. You know, and it's just like. I'm living life. Life's great. I'm having a blast.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
I'm just ready to start traveling. I'm ready for COVID to go away.
Yeah.
I'm tired of that shit.
COVID gotta go.
I'm tired of that.
So proud of you.
I'm proud of you.
So proud of you. And also, I wanted to wait until we got on the podcast.
What? You're not gonna read the damn letter.
I wanted to wait. Yes, I am.
Why are you reading the letter? She wants me to cry so bad. I don't know why she wants emotions from me.
She gave me this really nice letter.
It was in her press box. I sent press boxes to all the baddies.
Press boxes.
You might as well show them the whole box. This box was designed by Alana.
Yes, it was. I got my baddie butter.
The baddie butter, period, which will be available for sale really soon. I tried to get some nice pictures of it.
Yes. I got my baddie candle. I love it.
The trophy candle, yes. Everybody say it smells like chocolate.
Let me smell it. Yeah, it does smell like chocolate. And my manifest journal.
Which everybody has been writing it.
Yeah.
I've been getting so much
feedback. I'm gonna start. I haven't written any yet, but I'm gonna start. So, back to this note.
After this note, we're moving forward because I don't know why we have to read the note.
I'm not gonna read it all. I'm gonna just read a little bit.
Go ahead.
Basically, she just saying, like, she's excited for the future. Like, I've done the work. It's time to shine. She's appreciative for all that I've done for her. And period. She said, you know, she can't wait to buy me a Birkin.
I can't wait to buy you a Birkin.
That's right.
Here you go. Happy birthday. I can't wait to buy everybody like Richie gifts. You know.
I know, right? Same here. But I love you, sis. Thank you so much. I'm super excited for the future as well, and forever, like, just immensely graceful.
Yeah.
And, like, just grateful for, like, our friendship. I love it.
It's a very rare. It's a rare.
Yes, it is.
You know?
It is. The love that I have for you and vice versa, the love that our families have for each other.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
I knock a bitch down for you.
Period. God with us while we run this race. We can't lose.
We can't lose.
Period. We can't lose.
Period. Okay.
We can't lose.
So, to get into today's episode, we're talking about things that they did not tell us about adulting. I feel like in the past 6 months, like I think we were adults pre 6 months, you know? But something about the last 6 months, we're just like...
Yeah. Like, y'all still don't know shit.
Yeah, we still don't know shit. And
y'all thought y'all knew it. Y'all don't know shit.
And
like, okay, God.
Adulting, it just gets more and more ghetto by the day. And to piggyback on what we just talked about, one thing we learned about adulting, our friendships are definitely difficult to come by. Like,
they are.
Grown people don't have a lot of friends. Like close friends? No. And I haven't been in a friend group per se since, like, high school.
College.
Our college friend group maybe lasted 3 weeks. And then, okay, 3 weeks is...
It lasted longer than that.
It didn't last very long at all. But friends...
It didn't.
Good friends are hard to come by.
Yeah, good friends, great friends are hard to come by for sure. Like, when you become an adult, it's like everybody pretty much goes their separate ways, and everybody has so much going on, you probably lose touch with people. And so it's like the people that you see the most, you might interact with the most, which is like the complete opposite of me. Like, the friends that I see the most are not the closest friends to me. Like, at all.
My closest friends don't live in this state. We don't live in the same state.
Literally. My closest friends do not live in the same state as me. So it's just, I think with adult friendships, it's just about, like, you have to be intentional about the relationships that you want to keep. And, like, it still takes a lot of,
you have to put in the effort.
Building a relationship. You have to put in the effort. You have to be intentional about what you do with the friendship and making sure that you're keeping in touch. And sometimes if you just don't, then maybe you really just don't care about the friendship. Like, it's nothing personal. It's like, maybe we just aren't that close anymore. Maybe we just went our separate ways. But good friendships are definitely hard to come by. Friendships in general, like, it's hard to make friends as you get older. Like, I think that we are grateful just because of, like, the simple fact that our gifts bring so many different people.
Yes, now
us,
making
and, like,
friends
friendships can form that way. Yeah. Friendships can form that way. But outside of that, if you're really not, people probably make friends through other friends or make friends at work, which I'm not really fond of. Yeah. But that's just me.
And I too feel like at this point in like my growth and development, the only space I do have to make friends is like based off my gifts and my talents. Like, I meet friends from working, like, and not working like a job, but working on like my passion projects, like my creativity, etc. Because anything outside of that, what I learned in 2020 is when I was trying to make new friends just for fun. There was always something on the back end that was influenced by my business, being as though like they might not have had the purest intentions, or only see like, oh, I'm gonna stick around her because she may have the potential to do this, that, and the third, or I see she's getting this type of attention and I just want to be around. But even
it's just about being around like not like-minded people, but just people on the same level as you. When you're around people on the same level as you, they're not worried about that. It's
same level as you mentally. More than anything,
it's like, how can I help you? How can you help me get to where we trying to go? It's very much like a we thing. Like, I'm trying to help you get to where you're going. I want you to help me get to where I'm going.
Yeah, and that happens organically and naturally. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly.
And it's when we say like somebody on your level, is 100% mental, right? Because I just got new friends. I got some friends that's rich as fuck, that's making great money in their career. Okay, having a blast, and I love that for them. Shout out to them.
Love it.
I'm not there yet, but they still just see that you will be here. So I'm gonna bring you up and I'm gonna motivate you in the meantime, which is a beautiful thing, So yeah, I just pray that, and I think that's just beautiful, and it's just like to stay humble, right? Because even when I do get to the point where I'm making the money attached to my art, you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm really bringing in bank attached to my art. I still want to be humble enough to be able to, reach down. Not reach down. That's a bad term, but
you want to lift
across,
people up.
reach across more so, and be with those like-minded people. You get what I'm saying? Because if somebody had the power to help me, they've done it. So if I have the power to help somebody,
Yeah,
I'm willing to do
exactly.
it too.
I'm gonna do it. Yeah. A lot of people too, like sometimes they only want to work up, and that's not the way you're supposed to do it. As we've seen so many times before with Issa Rae, anybody,
I'm
like
so
everybody
sad
who has gotten.
over.
I know.
What am I supposed to watch?
Same here. Well, she's coming out with a new show, but like Power is still on.
I don't watch
my man
Power.
Tariq. Let me not say my man Tariq. Let me not say that. But I do love Tariq. Everybody knows that. I love Tariq. I love the way they dress him on the show. 10 out of 10. Just love him to death.
I don't watch Power. But yeah.
Okay, be a man.
But yeah.
Nonetheless, what I was saying is like everybody who I've seen make it, they've always worked across. It's never been, oh, let me get up here and try to work with you, because that's hard. Mm-hmm. You might as well build the people like on your level.
And I say this all the time.
Can help each other climb.
When you working across, it builds a strong enough portfolio. So when it is time and you do get that opportunity, or what does it say? It's preparation meets opportunity. Mm-hmm. You got to be prepared to meet the opportunity. You get prepared by working across. You don't just get the opportunity and get pulled up. Exactly. You got to work across. Exactly. Like, that's how that works. You gotta build what's around you. And then at that point, another thing that I feel like they didn't teach us about, like we didn't know about adulthood that we wish we knew, is that change is inevitable, right?
Oh, girl.
No matter what.
My mom used to say that all the time.
Girl, I think that, I don't know if they like, and my parents might have taught me some type of lesson around this. So if they listen, I don't want them to feel like, but like that's a key thing to adulting. Like, shit is never changed. Like, I think that's something difficult for me to grasp.
I went through a lot of changes. I don't even think it's something that of course my mom has always said like the only thing constant in life is change. She's always said that. But like I just feel like in my life it's just been a lot of changes, whether it's been a school change or whether we moved to a different, area or something changes with
changing course.
Just changing plans, changing the course. Change is something that I'm doing. Me, myself, I change what I'm doing a lot. So, like, just me as a person, like, growing up, I would like a lot of different things. So, if I wanted to try lacrosse one year, I would try lacrosse. Mm-hmm. If I wanted to go to a business camp, I'd do that. If I wanted to play softball, I would do that. If I wanted to get into jewelry, I took a jewelry class. Like, I was always just constantly, like, or shit, sometimes stuff with family changed. Yeah, my family came to live with us one time. We had never lived with anybody else. And, like, we had family living with us at some point. That was a big change. So, like, my life has been full of drastic ass changes.
I feel like my life, I've had changes, right? But my parents have also, which I'm grateful for, I've had a lot of stable things in my life, right? So, like, I've lived in the same house since I was 1. Mm-hmm. My parents have had the same phone number since I could remember phone numbers, Yeah. So have my, like, it's just like, I haven't had, like.
Yeah, everything has been very, like, stable.
Yeah. It's something, like, when you become an adult and it's like, oh, shit is always changing. Things are different.
But I think I had to get there for them, too, right? They had to get to a point where it was, like, stable for them.
Yeah, but it's like.
So they made it stable for you?
They just made me feel like, okay, stuff is going to be what it is. And that goes into the thing that me and you always talk about. Our parents made us feel as though, like, I feel like, in a way, yes, they, like, talked to us about adulting, right? They talked about it. They told us, it's going to be difficult, but they didn't really give us any struggles. Like, so when it came to adulting,
they didn't.
It's like, there was no matter, like, they just made us think we were rich. They made us think, like, there were no problems in the world. They made us think that we lived in euphoria. Until I got older, like in high school.
The world was our oyster.
The world was our oyster, which it is. Which I'm glad they taught us because they didn't teach us to dream with ceilings, like, and they didn't teach us to be limited. But in a way, like, I kind of came into adulting with this unrealistic approach, like unrealistic approach on people, unrealistic approach on how quickly shit should come around, unrealistic approach about, like, money management, like.
Yeah, for sure.
Just an unrealistic approach about it all.
For sure. Yeah, Yeah, my parents definitely just spoiled me.
Li- I just think about this example all the time.
I be wondering if it's like I be like, especially with people, is like you're not treating me how my family treat me. Why are you here?
I feel that. This is where my daddy
And even my
fucks me
friends,
up.
like if you're not treating me how my friends treat me, why are you here?
This is where my daddy fucked me up. This is how I knew, like, and he says to this day when it comes to dating, like, it's really hard to, like, he says I do too much when I'm dating, like I'm doing too much, but I just feel as though
I could see that.
I just have I disagree with you all. So
I could see that though.
But this where he had me messed up. He used to take me to the movies on like a Tuesday afternoon, and it would be empty, right? Me and my friends. And then he'll be like, I bought the whole movie theater out for y'all. Run around. Do whatever you want. Order whatever snacks you want. I rented it out, right? And so say like one person came straggling in. He like, oh, they asked me if they could come. I let them come. Y'all can still kick it. The man never bought the whole movie theater out for us. He told us that to make us feel like we could have the whole thing. Like, you know, instead of just saying nobody's in this movie, let's fantasize it. Let's make it the whole movie theater. You know? So now, like, you know, my daddy rents out the whole movie theater for me. One day he picked me up from school, from preschool in a limo. I think he just came back from out of town. They, like, rented a limo to pick them up, so he came to get me from school. I'm like, I told y'all my daddy is rich. Like,
you crazy. That's funny as hell.
He got that bad. And so now when I'm taking care of myself, it's like, oh my God, bitch, I'm expensive.
Yeah, literally.
This stuff is adding up. Like, I used to get my hair done every 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. Every 2 weeks. Me and my mom was at the salon.
That's how I be. Because my parents just make me think, well, they made me think that, like, money was just,
you know, it wasn't a problem.
It was just
like what type of like things they had to do in order to make sure I was straight, but they never really told me no. Yeah,
they never told me no. Anything I want, I got it. Like I can't think of one thing I asked for that I didn't get.
They would tell me. My dad would tell me sometimes to like if I wanted to go somewhere, but if I like really wanted or needed a thing, I always got it.
It was never an issue. Yeah, that's how.
That's my problem. But like adulting is not like that.
Like whatever. Yeah, that's probably why I feel like if I want something now, I just am gonna go get it because I never had to wait. That's probably why I'm impatient now. If I want something,
that's probably why I'm impatient now.
For real, if I want something, why it's not happening? I've learned patience going throughout adulthood, but like it's not something that I always had because it's like everything has been at my fingertips. Like whenever I want it, it's like okay. Cool, it's gonna happen. We got it. Cool, there you go.
Yeah, but
whatever, it's done.
But with that, I think with that, like okay, now that I'm getting older, I'm adulting. I'm relying on my parents less. You know, I probably still rely on my parents more than the average 23-year-old in the world, which I'm okay with. You know,
everybody's journey is different.
Which I am okay with. I had a whole argument. Not an argument. I was getting an oil change, right? Quick side note, then I'm gonna move on. I was getting an oil change, and I guess it was a man who worked there that was selling. Like, I forgot what his specific title was, but basically, like he was buying people's cars from them. He worked at the dealership, but he was buying people cars from them or allowing them to swap for an upgrade because he's saying like all the cars went up in value. Or whatever the case may be, right? So he came in and made an announcement to everybody in the waiting area about what he was doing. I just kept scrolling on TikTok because I don't pay for my car. So I was like, you know, this conversation ain't for me. You know what I mean? I'm just here to get my oil change and I'm going home, right? So he singles me out like, what about you? I'm like, I don't pay for my car. Like, my parents pay for my car. Yeah, right. He's like, well, you don't want to save your dad some money. I said, you talking about save money? You asked me to sell my car to you. I need my car, and we don't want to do an upgrade. Like they paying this car off. I'm like, I don't want to get a new car until I'm paying for my own car. He's like, well, this is time to take up and own and be responsible and do and get a car note or whatever. I said, no, why would I add a bill? I got bills I'm gonna take care of. I got things I'm trying to save for. Like that doesn't make sense for me right now. But I understood it's his job. You know, he probably get a commission off whatever. So, so this random lady, he said something. He was like, something about sickle cell. I'm only child. He was like, oh, I get why you act like that. And this random black lady next to me,
like, what the hell?
This random black lady next to me gonna say, oh no, because my daughter only child and she don't act like that. I looked to her and I said, well, that's great for your daughter. That's great for your daughter.
That's great for your daughter.
I'm not your daughter.
Literally.
I'm not her.
That's great for your daughter.
But then I went on to say, I said, this is what is wrong with black people now. Y'all can't wait till y'all kids get to a certain age to put bills and responsibilities on them to the point they can never generate wealth. And they're going to be in the same predicament that you was in. And y'all will never have a wealthy life. I said, white families don't do that. They let their kids generate wealth before they put any of those responsibilities on them. And I'm grateful my parents aren't acting like you, so good for your daughter. And she shut the hell up.
Yeah.
But
literally.
Mind your business, lady. Mind your business.
Please mind your business. So nobody was talking to me.
You know, so I just...
It's something about bitter old ladies that I don't like.
You know, I be having my run-in with bitter old ladies.
Actually, it's everything that I don't like.
What?
I think they just be mad because they not in their time no more. The bitter ones.
Yeah.
The cool old ladies, or not the cool old ladies, but the cool aunties, like, I love them forever. They hold a special place in my heart.
Auntie, like, be in your prime at 40. Because
literally
you're in your 20s prime don't mean you can't be in your 40s prime. I feel like I'm going to have a prime at every stage of my life. It's going to look different.
That's literally. But I know that for the simple, period. I know that for the simple fact, I be looking at my mom in her 40s. Fine. Fine as one. Get better with time. Period. And that's just how it's going to be.
So,
regardless, you heard your mama at 50. 50 was her best decade, she said.
And she's still in it.
Okay.
Living her best life.
Okay. Period.
Another thing that's important when it comes to adulting is a strong relationship with God. You can't be an adult without a strong relationship with God. If you're an adult without a strong relationship with God, I don't even know how you surviving. You probably depressed. You probably have mental breakdowns every other day. I just don't know how you functioning. Like, I don't.
Yeah, mental health is like, not everybody learns healthy ways of dealing with their mental. And it's like, I explain to people all the time, we live in our head like 100% of the time. Mm-hmm. So it's like, to have a voice that's like not positive speaking to you 24/7 is like not a good place to be. Mm-mm. But for whatever reason, people don't think that it starts up here. Like, literally everything is mental, and that's what they don't teach you. Like, literally, I swear to God, whatever book I read that's talking about the damn secret, the secret is you. The secret is that it's all in your head. The secret is that it's mental. It starts with how you think. That's literally what all the books are teaching. Mental. Literally. That's literally what all the books say. So if you read one book, you really read them all. It's just really in your head. Life is like 90% mental. Mm-hmm. Because if you don't think positively and think that you can do something, you've already fucked up. Mm-hmm. You've already fucked up. The moment you start doubting yourself, the moment you look to other people for some sort of validation, the moment you feel unworthy, you've already counted yourself out. Mm-hmm.
You already have. Period. And I think too, having faith.
What they say, mind, body, soul, literally.
Come on. Having faith, having a relationship with God. It just, for me, it helps me personally. And a lot of people I do know get through those difficult situations better because it allows you to think about the plan behind it versus like, this is happening for me, not to me type of mindset. Mm-hmm. Like, this is happening for me. Why is this happening? Yes. What is this trying to teach me? You get what I'm saying? Versus, and you just in my life. People who have a victim mindset definitely look at life as like, why is this happening to me? Instead of seeing like the positive and like, oh, this happened because something else greater is supposed to happen. And you're right. That relationship with God is definitely key. Mm-hmm. If you don't open up that Bible, if you're not spiritual, girl, you don't have that relationship with God.
Well, no,
I ain't
like
everybody. I
mean, I just started like really reading some chapters, but
you know what? I need like
you
an
don't have a
English
relationship with
version
God,
of it. I think my thing with the
it
Bible
is in English.
you know, but like it's still like
I know what you mean, though. I just told somebody
to
that the other
I'm
day.
like, can I
Yeah,
get
I
a
don't
black
like
version?
to. You got to read it. Yeah, it's a certain test. It's a different version that you got to read. I just finished telling somebody that because I said I needed to read the book of Deuteronomy. Whatever it's called, I forgot. Hopefully, I pronounced that right. People gonna be dragging me in the comments.
Right.
Deuteronomy.
I talk to the man. I talk to the source. I talk straight to the man.
I talk to him. Okay.
I talk to him
every day. Me and him got a very personal relationship.
Very personal. Hey, look at you.
But I just feel like that's so important. Like because you can't just rely on yourself. You cannot you need that higher power that you believe in. You need to have some sort of faith. You can't just walk by sight.
No, you can't. You can't.
Because a lot of stuff you can't see. Mm-hmm. But you gotta know that with faith is gonna happen.
It's this TikTok and it's like me following God plan, and it's like somebody putting on their coat to get ready to leave, and they're like, "Where y'all going? Where you going? I don't know. Who all gonna be there? I don't know. I'm gonna see when I get there. I guess.
I don't know.
Is y'all gonna eat? I don't know. I hope so. I'm hungry.
That's how it be. That's how it be. Like you don't know what you have a plan that you know you want to go out the door or whatever you want to do, but you don't know how you gonna get there. You don't know who's gonna help you do it.
I'm figuring it out. Don't know. I'm just gonna go.
You gonna figure it out as you go.
Who gonna do it?
Figure it out as you go. You figure it out on your journey. And that's the other thing too. Like with reading the Bible, you gonna realize a lot of parallels in your life with the stories.
For sure.
So
that's why I need to pick it up and read it.
Of life.
I need them to give me I need some black author.
But there's also
should have wrote us a black version before she passed away.
It ain't about a black version, a white version. It ain't about none of that. Okay, it's literally just look up story interpretations from the Bible. It'll tell you everything you need to know. It'll break it down for you.
Okay,
shit, go on what's it called? Cliff Notes, Spark Notes.
Do we trust them? We trust them with the Bible. We need somebody we trust with the Bible interpretations. We need somebody we trust with the Bible. Maya Angelou.
Okay, so Maya Angelou is dead, sweetie. However,
R.I.P. girl.
I think how I think about it is read the story and interpret it. Or damn, that was bad. Interpret the story on your own.
I was going with it. It didn't sound bad to me. That's probably why I'm not shit.
I ain't like that. I ain't like
read the story and interpret it. Interpret not a word.
I don't think it is.
I would have said it, but
I ain't like that. That was not good.
I was like, yeah,
that was bad.
I was going along with it. I'm like, I don't understand.
You were.
It wasn't off to me.
Like, ooh, it made me cringe.
It wasn't off to me.
Cause I'm not on here trying to sound illiterate.
Yes. Okay, another thing that they did not teach us about in adulting, they did not teach us the truth about romantic relationships. I feel as though,
they did not.
They didn't tell us the real. They went into.
They made us think it was going to be easy, smooth sailing.
I started getting in relationships as an adult. I thought it was cool. We look cute together. We kiss. We go on dates. Your hands. First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes baby and baby carriage. I thought that was the steps.
You got to deal with other people's shit. Is my problem. That's my problem. I don't want to deal with nobody's shit. Don't bring your shit over here. Don't bring your baggage over here. I don't have time to deal with that.
You know, I'm with it too.
Maybe I guess for the right person, sure. I mean, of course, I'll help you through your shit. I'll we'll get through it together, and you gonna have to deal with my shit. But anybody I don't deem worthy of dealing with their shit,
I be getting the fuck up out of there.
You know me.
You know me too, girl.
I move swiftly. I'll be out of there.
Yeah. I
beef in the night.
I might take a little longer to move out, but I'm gonna move the fuck out.
You do. You take a little longer to move your thing.
I mean, between the two of us, I move on slower. But in comparison to a lot of people, I move on swift.
Yeah, that's true.
You get what
that's
I'm
true. That's true. I think I just have a very low patience.
You're the swiftest, I must say.
Well, I think I'm swiftest because I must say. Okay. I think I'm the swiftest just because I'm in a place where I really don't care to date. So it's when I am dating or just trying to get to know somebody and I'm just like, you know what? I really don't care to do this anyways. We don't have to make this harder than it is. Let's just not. Like, but I feel like when I am in a place where like I want to date and like I actually want to date somebody and take them serious, you know me, it takes me a while to move on to.
Yeah.
When I'm really invested. I just don't be invested because I don't care right now.
Yeah. And I feel like they didn't teach us that, like, they didn't teach us how draining or distracting relationships can be.
Oh.
Like, I don't think I realized, like, 100%. It's really, especially when you get to a certain age and you start having your own place 100%. And you're able to speak. Like, as a teenager, 100%. Our parents helped us prioritize our relationships better as teenagers because it's like, no, you can't go over there. No, he can't come over here today. You know, we got to actually go do this today. You got to go to baseball practice. I got to go to cheer. You know what I'm saying? Like, absolutely. So, but then when you become an adult and like you are in control of all your time, if you are not setting boundaries for yourself, for the relationship, it can become extremely draining and distracting.
Definitely true. You know what's crazy? The fact that you say that is like because relationships are so draining and distracting, like because of the place that I'm in right now and how much peace it brings me, I've been questioning like, damn, will I ever want to be in a relationship again?
Ever in life?
Yeah, I be thinking that.
I feel you, girl. I don't think I'm dating this year. I think I'm good. I think I need to sit my ass down. I did what I had.
When I meet the person, it's like, okay, I'll meet the person, I guess, but it's really hard to think about. Like,
don't
it's
think
very
about
hard
it
to be like, yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, when people ask, like, okay, yeah, so what? Like, what's your ideal situation? I'm like,
whatever's for me. Whatever God says.
I don't have one right now. Like, I really don't have one. And it's hard to think like, oh, I want to be in a relationship in 5 years. I can't see one.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't.
I feel you, sis. And y'all know.
See, like, okay, I know I'm somebody's wife at the end of the day, but it's like, damn, I don't know when that's gonna be.
And the girls on this podcast know I'm the lovey one, right? But hey, the way the last 6 months then went for me, I don't think I give a fuck. I think I don't give a fuck, but I'm just like.
Yeah, girl, they'll push you there. They will definitely push you there.
I don't think nobody.
They will definitely push your patience out the window.
They will.
Like I'm just saying, like just dating in general, like dealing with people. Whether it's relationships that are romantic or platonic or even family, dealing with people in relationships, close relationships, will run your patience very.
Yeah, and I think that happens too when y'all just aren't super compatible. Like, I think the people that run my patience the most thin is the people that I'm attracted to, but we're not the most compatible personality wise. Yeah. So then it becomes draining because it's like I'm having to over explain my soul and my spirit to you. You know, well then there are people that just get it, and that's why I think it's also important to have like a slow build into situations, to be friends first, to make sure you really fuck with them. So
they said anything that sparks that quickly is bound to end just as quick. Like, because you didn't set no foundation. Yeah. Nothing that starts that quick is real. Like, nothing. Like, literally nothing. So.
Yeah, so I'd rather just take it slow.
Because think about it. You shoot up real quick. Only way you got to go is down.
Yeah.
Downhill from there.
Let's take our time.
That's it. I prefer a slow build. My last relationship
was a slow build.
I was at a point in high school where I didn't even like him.
Yeah.
Like, junior high school, I did not even like him. We dated. After that, I just did not. I was like, In
2022, I'm erasing all relationships I had in the past. All of them. The longest one, my first love, all y'all motherfuckers is erased. If y'all listen to this, I'm sorry.
I've never dealt with anybody.
I've never even been in a relationship. I've looked back to say, like, have I even really been in love? I don't think so. Like, I might have been in love. I thought I was in love in that moment. I might have been infatuated.
You think you were in love? I think it's like as you get up, you were in love for that time, but I think as you get older, like your idea of love and like your perception of love
and the things you want,
are different. So like as you keep loving, you're gonna keep looking back like, damn, did I ever really love for real? Because I feel that way. Like the 2 times I've loved are like drastically different.
Yeah. And it's like,
and I know it'll keep being drastically different because it's going to be different types of love as you grow.
And I feel like the next time I do it again, it's just going to be my most beautiful one. Like, that's how I do feel.
Child, it's the fact that you can even think about that, and I can't.
I just think the next time I do it again, it's going to be my most beautiful one. But I'm not.
That's how I feel, though. that's definitely how I feel, like relationship wise. And like once I do, granted, I don't know if that person will be like the end all be all. We never know. But like the next time that I'm in a relationship and like love hard for real,
Yeah, because I have so many things that I learned and I implemented. And I think I have a way clearer understanding about what I want. You know why I think I have a clearer understanding about what I want?
Yourself.
Because I know what I don't want. I always knew what I wanted, but I didn't know what I didn't want. Now I know what I don't want.
Now you know what you don't want.
So I can like easily
and knowing what you don't want is just as important. Literally, knowing what you don't want is just as important.
Yeah. So
I say it all the time. Like you know me, I'm very clear on what I don't want.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very clear. Like I just, oh well. People try to force it too. Like when something's just not working, most people try to force it. I'm not that person that's gonna try to force it. Because we ain't gotta. I'm not a person that think that a relationship has to be hard.
It don't.
The best relationships that I've had,
love should be easy. You know they
my friendships aren't hard.
Love ain't literally. So
my friendships aren't hard. My family relationships aren't hard. And my romantic relationships are not going to be hard.
Yeah, some relationships are hard though. Not like,
I'm not saying of course you have hardships, but the relationship should not be hard. Like there's a difference between a relationship being hard and just having hardships.
Yeah.
Every relationship goes through hardships. We've had our fair of hardships.
Right.
Kind of. Nothing serious. Kind of. But like it shouldn't be hard. Our relationship is not hard. It's never been hard.
Yeah.
So my romantic relationships damn sure not about to be hard. Sorry. You can go to hell, sir.
Yeah.
You and your mama.
Period. So a couple questions. So I want to close out today with a question. What a question to ask.
These questions.
Yeah, not a lot of questions. So this is our first episode, being back after 6 months, and this topic is pretty much about adulthood, what they did not tell us. So what advice would you give to your younger self prior to becoming an adult? Like, what advice, knowing what you know now, like, what advice would you give to 16-year-old Alana?
I said this, remember, when we were doing our vision board, I just said, trust my instincts.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't care what other people think about what you're doing, and just trust yourself. Because I swear, the moment I just started trusting myself and not, like, overthinking, my Virgo placement likes to overthink.
Yeah.
But the moment I just stop overthinking and just whenever I want to do something, I do it. I put it out there. I've gotten the best like results ever from it, as we've seen today. So like, just trust my instincts. If I want to do something, I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna worry about who's rocking with it, who isn't. People gonna talk, whether you're doing good or bad. So as long as it's making you happy, just do it. Like that, you don't have anything to lose. So.
Great advice.
And how about you?
My advice. I think the advice I would tell myself, I'm gonna give myself I would say the one I said at the vision board. Girl, relax. Like, I'm such a dramatic person. I'm just so dramatic about everything. And everything do not be that end of the world. So that would be one. And then the other one would be like, don't be afraid to shine your light. Like, don't dim yourself to make others comfortable. Mm-hmm. Be your most dramatic self. So on the other hand, I say like to girl relax, because when I say girl relax, I mean that in a way of like, don't allow your emotions to just be extremely overpowered when something doesn't go your way or things do change. Like, just relax and ebb and flow. But be dramatic as hell when it comes to your creativity, your personality, the things that you care about, your passions. If you want to be loved a certain way, express that. If you want to
express it,
if you want to dress,
don't fold on it.
Period. If you want to dress a certain way, do that. Fuck what everybody else thinks. You know what I mean? Like,
fuck what they doing.
Don't be embarrassed. Be creative. You get what I'm saying? Like, 16-year-old Blair would probably have never made a song for her YouTube channel. I probably would have been so scared to do that. What are people gonna think of me? Like, what are they gonna say? Yeah. And that's probably like been the most. I've gotten the greatest feedback from that. But I know my 16-year-old self would have been like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm too nervous. You know what I mean?
Literally.
So like, just be creative as possible. Do the craziest shit. Yeah. Like, fuck it.
Do the craziest shit. That's literally how I feel. Is like, I don't want to dim my light no more. Yeah. Like, I feel like I've been too humble, and like in high school, people know I wasn't humble at all. Like, so far as to people saying I had some narcissistic tendencies growing up, just because I knew, like, whatever, that's on you. But
you could be a little.
I just know that, like, I'm not even narcissistic, just confident. I think a lot of people just mix narcissism and like confidence, and like you can be confident. Like, you can be confident.
I
and
think
know
everybody
that,
does have some narcissistic traits, though.
of course,
sometimes.
But like, you know how people feel when like when you have like ultimate confidence in self, it might make other people feel away. And so because I've always been so humble and like kind of cared about what other people thought, or like didn't want to make anybody feel less than or make them feel away by how I am, I was very, very humble.
Mm-hmm.
And like, even though people say that, like I've always had like ultimate confidence and everything, I still was very, very humble. So like now I'm like, it's 2022. I'm pop my shit a little different, like, because I deserve
pop that
to.
Shit. Pop your shit.
I deserve to. I don't know why, like, I wasn't in the first place. People know, and I know.
Yeah.
So okay,
and I think
I'm still gonna, and I'm still not gonna leave nobody behind. I'm still gonna be there. Like, if somebody asks me to help them, like, I'm the most helpful person. Everybody knows that.
Right.
If I can help you, I'm gonna do it. Everybody knows that.
Mm-hmm.
I've just been that way since day one. It's never gonna be something that I know how to do, or something I learned that I'm never gonna share. It's the reason we made this podcast.
Literally. To drop knowledge and share game. And I think I had an opposite journey in shining my light. I think that I always would be creative, but I would get mixed feedback, and I would hone the negative feedback would get at me, and it made me like get quieter and quieter. You know, and there was some people who always loved what I was doing, but they might not have been the most popular, or you get what I'm saying, etc. So that didn't fucking matter to me. It was like, okay, what do these people like? You know, giving too much of a fuck about what people thought. Like trying to fit in when I was never meant to fit in, because turns out I've never been like you bitches. We've always been different, and people know that we've always been different. If people know that I've always been different, like I never thought I was better. I just knew I was different type shit.
That's it.
And I always have been, and it's just now I'm just fully owning that. Like I was never meant to mesh with some people. I was never meant to be in that crowd. That's okay. Like that was never my crowd. Like I was in a different crowd.
You're not meant to fit in. You're meant to stand out, and that's just that. You're unique. You're an individual.
Period.
You're not, that goes back to why we've never been able to successfully have friend groups. We're not meant to be in a crowd where it's like everybody is the same, it's uniform. Like, no. We're meant to be our own person, stand out. And even though we are best friends and like we have a very, very good friendship, and like when people think of me, they think of you and vice versa, we still have our very own like individual groups at the end of the day. And we have multiple like groups that we have friendships in. So it's like, we're not meant to fit in. You can't box us in.
And the more you shine your light, and the more I was thinking TikTok about this too. I love TikTok. The more you shine your light, the more you be as wild and as bold as possible. Yes, there are gonna be people that don't like it, but that just wings out those possibilities. So you can get
and
closer,
don't worry about
closer
people
to the
who don't support.
Who do?
Yeah, don't worry about people who don't support right now. Because don't worry about people who don't support. Because at the end, when somebody gonna relate, but then in the end, they're gonna be spending the block trying to support you anyway.
That always.
We already know strangers gonna support us before people who close to us are anyway. We know that already.
I no longer tolerate that shit. The people close to me want to pretend like they don't see what the fuck is going on. I'm gonna pretend like I don't see your ass at all. I'm no longer tolerating that. I feel like I shouldn't have to. I mean, support looks different in many different ways, but you can't be close to me and pretend like you don't fucking see it. It might not be your style. It might not be your thing, but to share, repost, congratulate, uplift, and motivate don't cost shit. And for me, I'm no longer tolerating motherfuckers just being around and acting like they don't.
Because it's like, why you just watching and not.
But the day I get my big break and Beyonce on my shit, you gonna be on my dick. Fuck you. Yeah. I'm sorry, I just got real, but no, I'm no longer tolerating.
But that's how it be, though.
I do understand, and that's been a thing. The people closest to you may not support you. Be the strangers. I want to fuck with the strangers. I'd rather fuck with them, and they can become my friend. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I know a lot of people. Yeah, and I know a lot of people wonder like, why like it's no secret that like a lot of the people that I mesh with creatively or just like on a business level are like Chicago people. I know it's a lot of people who wonder like, why don't she rock with nobody? I rock with a few people from Detroit, but not everybody, because like, you know, people just be weird.
People in Chicago be fucking weird.
Yeah, I know.
Like, we just haven't found
I've met in Chicago.
A good network in Chicago.
Yeah, you just gotta go where
to find these type of people. So it's
you
like,
just gotta you just gotta go where you valued and celebrated, and like people get you, and that's just that. It don't matter where they at. It don't matter if they in LA. It don't matter if they in Atlanta, Miami. I don't care if they in Europe. If you celebrated there and you value,
go there.
Rock with them.
So yeah, that's my new vibe. I'm no longer with the people closest to me. Not the people closest to me gonna fucking support me because I'm gonna
see this shit.
I'm gonna support the people that's close to me. I don't give a fuck if they was selling garbage bags. I'm buying them. And I'm telling everybody how these the best garbage bags.
You know how we rap.
Period.
You know how we rap. We just a different breed though. Last of a dying breed for sure.
Oh, not dying, because when we reproduce, our kids will be like that. So
you're right.
You know,
you're right.
Not dying.
Legacy.
Shit,
Keep it in the family. Legacy shit.
Well, it was a great first day back, y'all.
Yes. It was a great first day back. Thank you for listening, all of our supporters. We love y'all.
Fuck with y'all long.
You know, we're going to rock out. Yeah.
Be sure to follow us on social media. At Miss Legendaire and at Alana.
And I'm at Alana Ane. Yeah.
Period.
At Alana Ane, so it's I think it's 2 E's at the end. But
I deleted my Twitter. I don't know if I had delete. I deleted my
she did. I was gonna say because y'all can follow me at Alana Ane on everything. Doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah, I'm only on Instagram, girls, and I got a TikTok.
Follow her on Instagram. Follow her on TikTok, and stay tuned because we got more.
Love y'all.
See y'all.